decided to eventually incorporate the athletic into the New York Times. Now, we've talked for years now about how certain media will pull the instant level, and that'll bring in a lot of subscribers. And now, 3.3 million subscribers in last count, so that's good. But it's not enough. It's not enough to cover everything on top. It's the word of that message in the world. I know when I run a website, the amount of money they spend for the video, and then broadcasting is always trying to say, this is expensive. But the ad model is too high. And so the ad model is going to start into that don't try to get money to buy. We have some people upset. You're paying a certain amount of money for this, and now you're going to get the ads. Get ads for the podcast, ads for an article. And people are happy because the ad free to do it, but something has to change because there's the other option is to shut it down, I would think. So, if you were to do it in the NFL and you would treat it, they go not as effective as I thought it was the coverage is wrong for the rest. But I have seen at least one NFL reporter that said I put that coverage. So while that coverage has not been as effective and has actually been effective, so what they want to do is and we're seeing that from the local coverage, or regional coverage, and the general assignment coverage. So one day you might be covering daytime development, the next day you're covering Marlin, so it is going to span across the, it's going to be probably a higher rate of work this time. But again, it highlights how difficult these times are for reporters, right? And I really do wonder, like, they're all going to have to go to the paid model is there, you have your subscription, and then there's an app model as well. So they're going to have to come up with some kind of combination if they're going to make money. And I hope they do get this figured out because, as I said, I think the Athletic provides some of the best sports coverage online. Some of the best reporting. Well, there may be some biases when you look at the local report. I honestly find it's pretty fair. It's pretty fair coverage. Really, I don't find it quite as fairly on the Athletic. So we're going to see less of that exhaustive coverage. So if you're a fan of a team that doesn't have national exposure or exposure, globally or North America, odds are you're going to have that coverage, right? They want more stories that will appeal to a broader audience, which is just good business. And it's tough for those who support teams that may not have as big of a fan base and may not have the attention. One of the reasons this channel didn't exist was that I realized that there were certain NHL teams that wasn't very much coverage or anything. And I thought, if I did this where I talk about those teams, well, that might be fun if I cover every single team and try to make it as equal as possible. The difference is, for me, I can put out, 3, 4, 5 videos for a game in a day and get out pretty fast. And I can do a video on like an infomercial television. The one video I do like to do is but I also know there are some teams that can, and then Columbus doesn't get the coverage that other teams do. So I know that it's being able to use, but I also understand that there are dedicated fans to the jacket. And so I enjoy, providing that coverage where I can when I can. But this is something the Athletic does need to do. Those articles that don't get staying on point. But not in the kind of numbers that they can generate if they take that incredibly what happens to certain players, certain teams are going to get a lot more coverage than others. And so the Athletic, and I think it's enhancing about all the teams as possible in every sport. I think that's going to change, and it is going to be something that's all field and certain situations and whatnot. That I do think this business model for journals probably some kind of a trajectory, and we'll see some kind of podcast later. But I think it's That's another thing that I do appreciate. I don't have any color to a video. So we'll do a video. So when I get up in the morning, I can do videos on anything that's out there. So let me know your thoughts in the comments section below as always. If you have a like about that, does the fact that they're going to be growing thank you guys so much for watching.
It's a bright and beautiful Monday afternoon here in Vancouver, which means that there are leaf blowers, there are weed whackers, and there are trucks passing by the apartment. If you hear any of this in the audio of the commentary, then I can't really control that. That's my bad. I'll do my best in post to try to remove that, but I can't really guarantee anything. But in this video, what I wanted to do is go over to The Athletic and talk about yet another one of these big trade update off-season primer articles. It's the big one from June 10th. NHL off-season trade board 2.0, the latest on the Jets, Flyers, and more, and how it impacts the market. We've already talked about this article once, at least in the past, but we're making another video because there's a very specific idea there. So it's a big collaborative work. There's a lot of meat in this for off-season trade primer, and what I want to do instead of actually screenshotting the article, because we don't do that around these parts, is go over onto the Sunday edition, June 11th of Spectrum's Hockey. What Lyle Richardson does is he summarizes a bunch of points made in this athletic article, and because this is not behind the paywall, I feel comfortable going out there and screenshotting this. But either way, the idea that I wanted to focus on in this video revolves around the Toronto Maple Leafs, Brad Treliving, and William Nylander. Because if you go over to what the Athletic writes about when it comes to Nylander and his contract situation, it's a very interesting parallel that I think we can't even write this stuff. Like, this is just so pure in how it's presented. presented right here. Let's take a look at the Spectre's hockey article and read what The Athletic has to say. Brad Treliving, Toronto Maple Leafs GM, wants to sign William Nylander, whose agent also represents Johnny Gaudreau. Given that history, when Treliving was the Flames GM last year, he won't allow Nylander's situation to play out all year as he did with Gaudreau. And that's a really simple sentence, but is this not the most crazy parallel, the most crazy learning experience and chance of revenge for a GM? William Nylander is the expiring UFA to beat, and he's not the only one out there. We know Austin Matthews is there too, but Nylander is in his own situation as well. Everybody talks about Matthews, but William Nylander is right up there, and he's as important as well. 27 years old, 5'11", and 96 rated in forward, signed to the NHL for $6.9 million a season. Last year, he was over a point per game. 87 points, 82 games played, 40 goals, 47 assists. He also had 10 points in 11 games in the playoffs, and was the only one of the core four to actually show up against Florida and have production. The other guys didn't do that. And so, when it comes to Nylander, not only is he the most financially affordable guy out of the top four, at least right now, but he also is in a position where you could say that for parts of the 22-23 season, especially towards the end, he is the better of the four. Not that he's more talented than all of them, but at certain points of the season, he plays better. He shows up. He actually gets points, whereas the other guys completely get the night off. It's a very interesting situation that the Toronto Maple Leafs seem to find themselves exhibiting time in and time out, mostly during the playoffs. But for William Nylander, because he's a valuable piece, you're going to have to re-sign this guy, and he's going to get paid. $6.9 million per season is quite an underpay for a guy that's an over point per game player that shows up when everybody else doesn't, and that is as consistent, fluid, and skilled as Nylander is. And so for Brad Treliving to have exhibited this song and dance before is quite marvelous of a parallel when you go out there and explain it like that. Who is William Nylander's agent? I'm going to go out there and read that right here. William Nylander, agent, not age. I want the agent. So Louis Gross, there you go. He's a guy that also represents Johnny Gaudreau. And if you take a look at the other agents that he has, I mean, there's some pretty good names here. Saad, Iafallo, Sam Dean. But the big two are, of course, Nylander and Gaudreau. And just think, when you frame this entire contract negotiation like this, oh, Brad Treliving lets Johnny Gaudreau go, but he doesn't want to beat out Nylander. He's got the agent, the same agent he's going to have to talk to this summer, or maybe throughout the season, I guess, whenever you say what that extension he signed. And instead of being in Calgary, it's now in Toronto, under the biggest hockey spotlight in the world. This kind of feels like the ultimate boss fight, doesn't it? Louis Gross, their agent, is the big bad feedback vote from Dylan in this situation. Not because he's the bad guy, but because he could be the ultimate return to Brad Treliving's story once again. If this is not able to go down and William Nylander goes to free agency, twice, that would be twice in a row Brad Treliving has fumbled the Louis Gross UFA to be superstar caliber player. And all we've got to do is go out there and watch, see if this canon event unfolds itself and repeats once more. It's a canon event. Who knows, man? If this actually goes through, if it actually breaks off like it did in Calgary, then we'll see where Nylander ends up going. But just that parallel in and of itself was crazy enough that I'm like, yeah, I want to make a video about that. How wild is that you have yourselves the same situation from one team to another with the same agent at the helm of it all? Not to say that William Nylander is going to demand like X millions of amounts of dollars and then sign for cheaper in Columbus where nobody was expecting him to go, but William Nylander is so valuable to this team that you could very well say that he deserves a contract that's in that 9 plus, maybe even 10 if you really wanted to stretch it. Like, if you said that Nylander had portions of the season that were better than all the other $10, $11 million guys you have in Toronto, then okay, that argument makes sense. But just considering what other superstar players around the NHL are going for, I mean, massive trust is under $10 million. There are other players that are in that same territory of points and skill that are not well, it kind of feels more fair. I don't know. It's all up to the agent, I guess, to determine these numbers if there's entry living with the evidence to the contrary, why he should be worth more, why he should be worth less. But it really just depends. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What are your opinions about Brad Trubin having to go through this again? From Gaudreau to Nylander, the same agent, from Calgary to Toronto, what are your opinions about this situation unfolding in the way that it has? Links are going to be in the description of the articles that we looked at, both the athletic piece as well as the Spectre's hockey piece.
Because a joyful life is a joyful life. In case of a breakdown, or what we are got.
Today we're going to be going through the top 10 worst areas in the Soul series from Field Souls totally going to get up, right? But we're going to talk about it anyway because there's still no LBH lessons for you on that one. Coming in at number 10, we have the Olympic one. Before we all unpack, we're going to kind of highlight the areas actually good at the Olympics. This area is the pinnacle of points and water, because I feel like we're not doing this. I thought they were going to add a couple of goals in the Olympics game, but they finally took it out after adding this area, and only after having expanded it. The only reason it's not higher on this list is because it's not something that everyone can do. The rest think this entire first half is just a rock swamp that makes the normal punch of your health bars and take you with you start small punches and kind of and not just the boss is still good, but the fact that you still the boss stuff. The fact that stuff is kind of hopeless and gathering all the items to go together. We're strong and this one is still out of that. It's hard to put them there. It's kind of a control already, but that's what I was very excited and happy about. These are the that comes off into the swamp here. We double our number 9 spot. We have the higher. As I said, we don't just know what's the worst area that I feel like I could preface all these videos by saying I love going to a school because it's the first area that really is set up to know about the there's absolutely no reason to let it stop the video. Even worse, you can't even just run past them to beat the boss because the ball wall runs them to the middle of the island and so on. And second, you can definitely get to that point. And these are just simple, easy to take down enemies. So having 30 these guys one hand is also shooting down the entire time. The best thing. What is the track out for this area? Killing every enemy in the place. That's all. If I have to roll down to the boss, it's the first time to do it. With the whole thing, platforming around the area to get all the items and investments. So I didn't realize I might have to this area is the worst one in the world. It's slow, and we're regardless, it's typically one of the most frustrating areas in the series when it comes to being the hardest to come in at every time. We're going to move on. I wanted to talk about a game that was bumping recently that's also today's sponsor, the Rock Up League. I actually posted some shorts about this game a few months back when it first came out because I thought I had a lot of fun. It's a unique melee-focused battle royale that helps you with the weapons and combat. The reason I like this game so much is its combo system makes it less dependent on reaction time and more actual skill after the main character. They also have a crossover with full on games to bring out a full-on style cosmetics game. You'll also be able to play new exclusive outfits inspired by the characters that come off that new Amazon subscription. The game is free this week for only the March 15th to March 19th on Steam or Epic. You can also get a 50% off this time between March 15th and March 31st on Steam and Epic Live. They're adding some cool and offers that can transform into a beast that you definitely expect. It's also pretty crazy that you can upload a picture of your own face to make your hero unique to you, which is way easier than spending 3 hours customizing that character like I told you. This is the game I was super happy with most, and this kind of a combat system combined with the battle royale style is something I've been curious to see for a while, and I think they did an awesome job. Click the link in the description right now to try out the Rock Up League for free only between March 15th and March 19th on Steam and Epic or on Xbox if you have Xbox Game Pass. Coming in at number 8 is the Rock Up League once again. I read these based on how you know I wanted to use it again, so you have to say the great history it has in the fact that it's good. That's the only reason I'm going to higher on this list is this time space. They also have giant ones and descriptions and everything, but it's a pleasure to do this on top of everything else, but I will give this area credit for having a secret boss. And no sense, but that's a whole subject. The Black Hole is super easy to run through if you want to explore, which I would say is a good thing, but I don't think your ability to run past everything in this area signifies how good it is. I think that has one of the most disgusting bosses in the series. It locates you short and annoying, kind of like everything feels forever. It doesn't even feel like a real game. At least the Iron Man felt like I was playing that. But overall, it's still not the worst area in the series, it's just one of the more risky. Next up, at number 7, we have the Original Pass. This one is interesting because I was so stoked when I first played it, wondering why I had never heard people talk about it. I don't think it's terrible on the area itself, but the fact that every level is also the entire boss run is just kind of bring the ghosts and the victims in tight corners and staircases is a cheese pain and it's pretty difficult. By far one of the most frustrating areas to get through, and I don't know if this is an unpopular choice or not actually a console, but this is an area I'm doing. Having a know this is much easier, really focusing the entirety of these so crazy. I don't know why they made it so dangerous. But for someone who doesn't usually use magic or range attack to really time in these games, it's really fun. I think the Reapers takes care of the ghost enemies, but finding them is a different story. And usually you can kill all the ghosts before you can get to them. I don't necessarily think it's as bad of an area as some of the others, but I'd definitely rather go through the Break the Rod again than the Ritual. Moving on to number 6, we have the Fair. The Barricades arguably the worst of the poison swamp, since this one decided to completely disable the ability to run and make your roles worse than a Dark Souls 2 character with zero adaptability. Also, you should cordially subscribe right now and put your money in the thread. Anyway, the reason a barricade is so unpleasant is a combination of its slow movement and not particular enemies and their mid-plane weapons to these tough. This area is about as big as fighting off the elder breeze in slow motion is straight up up there. It's like a bit of a nightmare that you can't actually run away from the reflex energy. And while it is so big, it goes warm and you have like fun, but there's like little burritos like burritos coming around in a circle, waiting for someone to interrupt them. And it's not. This is the worst that this area has to do with. The one past everything and everything. Don't worry, I still have to run for my life this replaying system. The first time I played this game, I thought for sure I was in a winter area. I wasn't ready. If you're never really ready to do a swap, you're not ready to go up underdog in the game. Anyway, despite there being a lot of new places to explore in this area, as well as one of my favorite bosses, the very is terrible and it's very good stuff. Coming in at number 5, I'm sorry, this is cliche overrated to have. I know people like this one too, but I absolutely dread doing that. It's such a headache to try and navigate these areas. The biggest common features to those areas, which is wonderful status effects and the quite fun. It's also insanely confusing area. Coming from this place to the dark world, up, down, left, right, I feel like I'm in a field walking. I really think it's a pretty incredible feeling to close your eyes to areas that underneath the entire game. The environment flying is so relieving. This area has so much to find and feels never-ending with its obscure platforming and pitch black corners. And not to mention, the lower part of White Town is just a poison swamp. But I do like how this area connects to so many different places on the map, and Quelaag is a pretty solid boss fight, gameplay-wise. Definitely no other reason. And if that doesn't fix your fear of spiders, I don't know what will. Unless you're also scared of talking to women, which I get. But while I can appreciate the way this area is intertwined with the rest of the map, as well as how fleshed out it is in comparison to the others, I can't ever say I look forward to going down here when I play Dark Souls. Next up, at number 4, we have the...
Listen, you're a great guy, but you're not fit. I can't be a like humiliating sentence like
beautiful and the spanning Shrine of Amana. This area is pretty much a combination of everything that could possibly annoy. The only thing missing is my annoying ass voice. It has tons of casters with deep tracking spells that totally feels fair, especially when you're trying to make sure you don't drown in the water of previous players here. Seriously, they could have added some consistency to the death spots in the middle of the water. I feel like by the time I get close enough to tell, I'm already falling to my death. It also has giant frogs and toxic spitting enemies that break all of your equipment. It's not that big of a deal, but the blacksmith bullies me every time I go back there, so I avoid him at all costs. It's a shame too, because this area is beautiful. I remember spending days trying to get through this area on my first playthrough, and even trying to run straight through it now still getting me in trouble. It just feels like it was created to frustrate you, and if that was really their goal, they definitely succeeded. The Shrine of Amana is another area where it just feels like artificial difficulty left and right. And I know the Souls games aren't supposed to feel fair, but there's a lot. Ranged attacks are the only thing that'll save you here, but even with that, I wish you luck. And cracking the top 3, we have the Valley of Defilement from Demon Souls. And the name doesn't lie, I felt the fire. A few months ago, I wouldn't have put this area so high, certainly not over the Swamp of Sorrow, but after playing through this game again, the Valley of Defilement is without a doubt the most anger-inducing area in this game. Any level with tight corners and enemies blocking your way is frustrating enough, but they put so many depraved ones here to troll you, it feels almost impossible to move through. And not to mention, the big depraved ones always show up right when you run out of grass. Even if you called your healer for a re-up, good luck getting a heal off with all these enemies around. And if your healer is passive, it's the worst kind of thing. The Swamp of Sorrow goes hand in hand with these places, so I'm kind of combining both here, but I'm still in the Valley of Defilement. The enemy uses that quick little staff move is the most infuriating thing ever, with bonus points if it's not strong enough. I know a lot of people might be surprised to see it so high on this list, but if you go back and play it again, you'll see what I mean. This area has some of the most confusing verticality, and combined with how many enemies are around, you're pretty much going to have to kill them all over again every time you die. And if I had to go back there to record gameplay for a video a few months ago, it may have been skip on this list. Moving on to number 2, our runner-up has to be the Triple Giants. I've talked about this before, but even with a lantern or a helmet, this area is still impossible to navigate.
It's no secret that obscuring your vision is one of the least enjoyable challenges in these games, and the Tomb of Giants is the pinnacle of that. No matter how many times I play this game, I still have to look up where to go because my only goal is to run through it as fast as possible. And there's not much worth exploring for it either, so there's really no reason to stick around. I give it extra credit for having a bonfire in the middle, but to be honest, I would have rather just had one outside this place so I didn't have to run through it every time I died in the go, even if it is just the end, which tends to be a lot, but maybe I'm just bad. I don't know the community consensus of how hard it is. And if you don't have some sort of light, good luck. I appreciate that they added the prism stones, but how much do they really help you? Overall, I know this area is disliked by most, but for some reason, I don't hear as much hate for it as I would think. But moving on, let me shout out some of the honorable mentions before we move on to our number one spot. First, we have Lost Isolate, one I'm sure we can all agree on. It's not very fleshed out, just feels slapped together in an attempt to finish the second half of the game. This area is nothing more than a marathon with a bit of chaos, which doesn't help with Daisy. For whatever reason, they thought it would be fun to stuff as many demons as possible here, as if anyone would go through the trouble of killing them. And while it's objectively bad, the only reason it did make this list is because it's really not that big of a deal to go through, even if you are playing normally, so it didn't give you as much trouble as some of the other ones. We also have the Nightmare of Fences, which isn't necessarily a bad area, but the frenzy build-up to the team that forces you to run through most of it, making it less of a level and more of a marathon. I don't think it deserves a spot on this list, but I wanted to mention it because some of us need to accept that Bloodborne does indeed have some flaws. And my last honorable mention is the Crystal Cave from Dark Souls 1. While it's a cool idea, it just feels kind of stupid that you're supposed to walk across the air like that was somehow an option before, and trying to fight the golems on a narrow platform is one of the most stressful things I've had to endure. This area is cool and unique, but it's not a fun level at all. With that being said though, I still can't put it ahead of any of the 10 on this list. But with those out of the way, let's move on to our number one spot. Surprise, surprise, Bridget Outskirts. It could only be you. You all know. Not only is this the most frustrating area in the series, it's also the worst. Anyone who says otherwise is wrong and has never actually played Dark Souls 2. The snow rocky or field of vision could have been okay if it wasn't a blizzard 99% of the time, giving you a few seconds every 10 minutes to see where you can walk through. So many little things could have been added here to make this area more bearable. Even just a bonfire halfway through it probably be a thing. The reason this area is so bad is not because of the snow, not because of the reindeer, but the fact that the entire level is also a boss run. It's like the final exam of Dark Souls 3, testing how much pain you can go through the same. The reindeer don't help either. If they reduced how many of them spawn here, it may have been a little bit.
how about a career video? So this is going to be a THG Hall of Fame induction. For Brad McCrimmon, of course, who passed away sadly in 2011. He was the coach for Locomotive at the time of the plane crash when they were actually in flight to go to their first game of the season. And that was at age 52. So, that being said, let's take a look at his playing career in National Hockey League. He was drafted 15th overall in 1971. 1979 draft, he is kind of stacked. If you want to see a draft class, it was fantastic. The 79 draft was quite good. That was the year that they lowered the draft age from 19 to 18, so you had 2 draft classes instead of 1. So his first year in Boston, he drafted him in the first round. 17 games, 5 games, 11 assists, 2 points. In the playoffs, he had a goal and an assist for 2.2%. But Crimmins was never a guy who was so wow with his offensive skill. He could play on the power play, he did a lot of penalty killing, he played a lot of minutes. This was at a time throughout his career before they measured exactly how many minutes were played, but 20 minutes and that was basically a given. So in 81, he played 78 games for it, had 11 goals, one of the times he had more than 10. 18 assists, 29 points. In the playoffs, he had 1 assist in 2 games. 81-82 in Boston, still 78 games, 1 goal, 8 assists, 9 points. Points don't matter for Crimmins. In the playoffs, 82 games, no points. So Boston looking to change things up. And Brad McCrimmon going from playing with Ray Bork to playing with Mark Howe. So June the 9th, he was traded by the Boston Bruins in exchange for Pete Peters. I do need to do a Pete Peters video, I agree. So he goes to the Philadelphia Flyers, where he spends most of the time. If you look at his career, a majority of that would have been in Philadelphia, but I'm wearing Calgary because they don't get. But anyways, his first year in Philadelphia, 82-83, played 79 games, 4 goals, 21 assists, 25 points. In the playoffs, no points in 3 games. Points against the Letters. The following season, 83-84, 71 games, just for 24 assists in the playoffs, just for 1 game played. Very physical player. It did lead to some injuries here and there, but he was a very physical player. A lot of penalty minutes in his career. He was your prototypical defensive defenseman at the time, and really during a time where there weren't very many of those around. At least it didn't feel like it. 84-85, his point total go up substantially. 66 games, 8 goals, 35 assists, 43 points. Now in the playoffs, he plays 11 games, 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points. But Philadelphia went all the way to the Stanley Cup final that year. He only plays 11 games because he suffered a separated shoulder on a hit from World Paymont in the playoffs against the Quebec Nordiques. So sadly, he doesn't get to play in that Stanley Cup final. He would get other opportunities. 85-86, still in Philadelphia, 80 games, 13 goals, which is a career high, 43 assists, also a career high, 56 points. And still, defensive defenseman, and really, really solid overall numbers. And you can see there, power play time, sure. In the playoffs, he has 2 goals in 5 games. So 86-87, 71 games played, 10 goals, 29 assists, 39 points. Again, still in Philly. 26 games in the playoffs. The 87 Flyers did not face easily. They get all the way to the Stanley Cup final, and it takes 26 games before they're eliminated. That was the year Ron Hextall actually won the Conn Smythe because he was on the losing team. 3 goals, 5 assists in those playoffs for McCrimmon, and 8 points for him. Now, the funny thing is, he only played 71 games that year because he had a holdout. So he had the holdout in October of '86 and started in September of '86. And so Bobby Clark's not happy about that, and so rather than re-sign him, keep him around, they ended up trading him. August 26th, he's traded to the Calgary Flames for a 1988 third, which Philadelphia used to draft Dominic Rousseau, goaltender, and a 1989 first, which is traded to Toronto and becomes Steve Bancroft. There's a name that for those who are my age or around my age, you haven't heard for a long time. So he goes to Calgary, and things go really well for him in Calgary. Does the Calgary jersey, 87-88, 80 games played, 7 goals, 35 assists, 42 points. In the playoffs, 9 games, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. He played in the All-Star game that year, so good for him on that. That's the only time he plays in the All-Star game. He's also a second-team All-Star, and he's 4th in Norris voting. We talk a lot about, how defensive defensemen don't get their due when it comes to the Norris Trophy voting. The fact that he's top 5, even though he only had 40-some points, that's insane. It's insane because this is the era of Bork, of Hockey, of Howe, and various other really good offensive defensemen. Still Housley another, and McCrimmon still generates enough interest that he ends up one of the top four for the North. So 88-89, he played 72 games with Calgary, 5 goals, 17 assists, 22 points in the playoffs. Played 22 games with Flames, has 3 assists.
Officials are ready to drop the puck here in overtime. It's golden goal time, overtime. Let's do it. The Sharks carry it along the wall. A chance to win it. And he denies it with a monstrous save here in overtime. Taken by Provorov. LA's got a hold of the puck. Nice pass. Takes the shot. Glove save by the goalie. And they'll get a breather as the goaltender covers it up.
With that chance, that win.
A lot on the line here in this offensive zone faceoff.
He wasn't that old. McDonald has been around for a while, and so, yeah.
Couture's won it off the faceoff. No quarter given here as they battle for the loose puck along the boards. From the left side, he moves it up ahead. Here's a chance. Oh, what a stop by Hart. Slides the puck over. LA's moving it along the wing. The Kings played along the wing. Makes a move, and the puck hops away from him.
Maybe one move too many, James. I mean, he's in a position to make a difference. Oh, there's going to be a penalty on this play here, James.
Tenacious battle for the puck along the wall. We got a whistle. Penalty coming up.
A lot of times the guy will get called for slashing because his stick breaks. When I played, it was wood. You couldn't break that thing if you tried.
The Sharks with an all-important power play opportunity here.
You don't see this very often, and so when you get this power play in overtime, you want to put it to bed.
The Sharks take possession off the faceoff. Moves around along the half wall. And a smart heads-up read to come up with the puck. They get it out of the defensive end. San Jose's got the puck along the boards. Iafallo's taking a nasty whack. And here comes the judgment from the official.
I've sat in that penalty box in overtime, James, and you win, everybody's going to be happy because you're buying after the game.
The Sharks roll out their man advantage unit, and they've got lots of time with this 5-on-3.
Those guys aren't helping themselves at all. Another penalty in overtime. This power play gets another chance.
And the puck is cleared to a safer spot. San Jose's got the puck. Now he takes it over the line. Moves it to Couture. For the win! Oh, we are still tied! What a stop! And the puck's knocked loose. Here's an opportunity. Gets a piece of it with the glove. My goodness, look at this. The pressure is really starting to come. Can they capitalize on this power play? Here comes the face-off. LA's got possession here in their own end. And they get that puck down the ice. San Jose's got the puck inside the defensive zone. Nice zone entry on the left side. Quick pass to Carlson. And he takes a shot. And he shuts the door on that.
He reacts late, but he makes the save through traffic.
The Sharks will play the puck from behind the net. Striking into the attacking zone to the right. Here's a chance! Trying to clear the puck from his own end. Called out away for the penalty killers on that one.
Yeah, he slams it off the glass. Now this power play's got to go back to get set up.
Doughty's penalty has expired, and he'll join the penalty kill as they remain shorthanded. Game on a stick! And he kicks it alive with a stop! Puts it on that! Looking to end it! And he comes up with a huge save! San Jose's got possession of the puck. Oh, denies him with the paddle save! And they manage to clear him. The Sharks gain possession. Passed up ahead. Barbashev's ready to go. And he regains control of the puck. The Sharks fail to score, and overtime rolls on.
Oh, man, the power play misses here in overtime. The penalty killers can breathe a sigh of relief now.
Here they come down the right side and on the attack. Los Angeles takes possession along the wall. Kellyan's got it against the boards. The Sharks have it from their own end.
How far? This boy will get
They needed overtime, but what an effort.
You don't beat a goalie very much from this position on the ice with that type of shot, but quickly delivered, lots of velocity and well placed.
Well, that closes the book on this playoff barn burner for Ray Ferraro. My name is James Cybulski. We will see you as the playoffs roll on towards the quest for the cup.
Is that a Jawa? Why are you fighting Jawas? No, don't do this, don't do it. Don't do this. What are you doing? Oh my God, he's bumped up the rock. And where are their women? I would like to see what their women look like. For no reason, just out of curiosity, that's it. Jawas suck ass. Come on, Cal. Yeah, Star Killer. Fuck. Why the kids game characters got hands? Fortnite, me and Fortnite, bro. Find something to throw! No, get up! No! Fuck! Game is unreasonably hard right now. BD, I need a stim, buddy. Hardest boss in the game. Bring me your boss and all your women for no reason. I'm just curious. Is this at least one or two? One. We don't talk about two. Do not talk about two. Alright, slack you here. Here, everyone. Whoa! Damn it. Fuck out, you fucking idiot! I didn't get a checkpoint yet! Stop standing like a box. No. Millionaire. No, you fuck! If I restart this fucking shit again, Chet, I'm gonna lose my mind. Should I risk this jump? Yes. Absolutely, we were gonna risk that and start all over again. It was the funny thing to do. I will always do the funny thing to do. Of course, we were risking that. Let's blow those rocks. If there's too much oil on the ground, send us back to Star Killer. Oh, scary stuff for him. Not scary, but you know you're gonna make it. Oh, this is so edgy. Bro, look up. I'm trying to see your face. Why are you looking down? They're so sad in the sit row. I hate how slow he is till I get back up, man. Here we go. Back up again. Who would win, Ray or Star Killer? No one can win against Star Killer, man. He's like an anime protagonist. Have you seen the shit he does? It's not fair to put canon characters against Star Killer. I'm just saying it's not fair. Schizo Jedi. He's strong. He's so powerful. I can't get a hit against Star Killer. Jesus Christ. It's embarrassing. This dude's like 4 feet tall. Come on. I'm getting cooked, man. This boss is crazy. Blocking everything. Very trying to do the lightning on the Hit him. I can't hit him. Parried him. Ben, are there parries? I'm in a corner. That's good. Oh, sweaty. I win. Jesus. Over the top was so good.
Over the top is really good. Yeah, that is exactly Starcade.
I'm ready now.
You need stuff to get this. Every mission thing is like one more step that your journey is complete. We're at the end of the game, man. It's change my career. Have some respect for your players. Yo, where are my soup rolls? Yo, you took it away. Wait, what the hell? I quit the game. I quit the video game. They took it back! They stole it from me, Farmar! They took it!
I sensed them. They're strong in the force.
Maybe one more time, Sam. Maybe one more time. Stop! Okay, I guess just kill me then. Okay. First you steal my Sith robes, and then you steal my controls. Alright. Fuck you, guys. What?
That's one way to kill him. I love delusions. I love the sounds they make when they're dying in anger. Unlimited energy. Never mind. Limited, very limited. Oh, there. It's awesome. Do it again. Okay, the Rancor. Alright, everyone, calm down. Rancors are my speciality. Wow, okay, that was bad. No, lock on to him! This game is gonna send me into a fucking frenzy, man. Why are you locked onto the plant? Who made these controls? Why is the plant moaning? This is totally not infuriating. Look at it. They don't miss! Is this really the combat loop? I stun him, attack, he hits me, I get knocked down for 10 seconds, and then I can play it again. It all went downhill the moment it stole my robes, chat. The moment this game stole my robes, it was over. I can't even hit them with my lightsaber. My controller stopped working again! Hey! Let's go, game! I gotta start over! Lack of difficulty disturbing. I'm fighting more than the enemies, I'm fighting the mechanics. Are you prepared? You know how to install it. How about that stuff? This is the fun part of it. No. Okay, stop watching. Yes! No, tell us about it. Now we're having fun. This is fun. Holy shit. Holy shot. Too. Why are there land plants on the ground? The explosives are insane. The boils on the ground are insane. I've taken more damage than the boss. I can't finish this game until I lose my mind. The ground is the harder boss. Whoa! Oh, the lightning attack is so cool. Jack, we can't stop playing this game. You gotta keep going. You gotta finish the whole game. Wait! She's out of bounds! There we go. Jack, she died walking on the terrain! It's happening to them too! Alright, rewind. Oh, no, you gotta betray the master first.
3 points. Damn. He has 1 year. I wonder if they extended him or not. He has 9 points so far, okay.